Welcome back. Time now for today's KD Sunday Spotlight. If you have a military ties, you've probably heard about the Wounded Warrior Project. The nonprofit's mission is to honor and empower America's wounded warriors. Those are our military veterans who are wounded, ill, and injured, and their families. So today we're showing you the local impact this national organization has in our community.
Rosalind Atkins Green comes from a military family.
24 years in the Army. I retired as a Sergeant First Class. Hoo-wah.
And she knows a life of service.
I've been stationed in Germany, Augsburg, Heidelberg, Munich.
She also served in England, Fort Hood, Texas, and in Iraq.
I served with the 4th Infantry Division, 2nd Brigade Combat Team, in a forward operation base in Bakuba, Iraq, which was what they called a hot zone.
In Iraq, the war hit her team.
I was walking out the tent and the mortar came in and it caused me to do what they call a foosh. That's when you fall forward, and that's when it tore the ligaments in my wrist and my shoulders, my neck, all of that happened. To see them get hurt or ultimately lose their lives, and to know them, to have touched them, to have talked to them, that's a experience.
She had 5 surgeries, but the emotional scars lasted longer.
I lost tons of friends. As a matter of fact, as a personnel sergeant, it was my job to take care of all the injuries, all the casualties, all the people that didn't return.
Now out of the Army, she's processing the experience.
And then I have military sexual trauma as well.
It's a lot to carry, but she's one of about 5,000 warriors and family members in Pennsylvania finding help with her hidden and visible wounds through Wounded Warrior Project.
Wounded Warriors lets us know we can do with our limitations. We can achieve anything we want to achieve, regardless or along with our limitations. As a matter of fact, wear them as a badge of honor, carry them with you.
Through peer support groups, adventure-based programs, and other services, this nonprofit supports those who fought for our freedom.
Being able to come together with other women who have those shared experience, it's life-saving.
Since 2016, Atkins Green has done Wounded Warrior classes, a zoo trip, and hiked Mount Washington. And participants never pay a penny for Wounded Warrior programs.
I went hiking in Mount Washington, which was fantastic with this wonderful group of women, and it was extremely challenging.
The nonprofit understands accommodating to their warriors' injuries, too.
An adaptive bike so that I can ride. My arms, my wrists may be a little weak, so they adaptive services so that I can participate with the group just like anybody else can.
According to a Wounded Warrior study, 7 in 10 warriors say they lack companionship. Another study by them also found about 76% of U.S. service members who were wounded while serving in the military or after 9/11 experienced post-traumatic stress disorder.
We have over 250,000 registered members at the moment. That includes warriors and their family support members and caregivers.
Sean Seguin is in charge of the Wounded Warrior Pittsburgh Alumni Network. As a vet, too, he knows connection helps combat PTSD and other wounds of war.
When we were able to engage that level and have that shared background and common history, they're now able to kind of step out beyond what they normally would.
Now Atkins Green is moving up through a warrior leadership course and peer leadership course.
Now I get to help warriors as they come out, do their transition, help their, solve their problems, whatever it is that they need, I get to be there.
It's warriors carrying each other forward after leaving the military in Pennsylvania and beyond.
That's what they're here for. They don't forget us. They come back and they get us. Those post 9/11 veterans, they get us and they carry us through.
And we thank Wounded Warrior for sharing their stories with us. The Wounded Warrior Carry It Forward 5K registration is open. You can support the nonprofit by running in it virtually or at one of its participating cities. To connect with Wounded Warrior Project for any of the programs or resources, click on the link in this story at kdka.com.